Okay. So today we're going to learn about Pesach. Now you ask me what Pesach? Now we are in Pesach, we are before Hanukkah. So if you're talking about Hanukkah, so I would like to wish you Chodesh Tov. You see, I did already Arvit, I did Ya'aleh V'Yavo. You not yet, but for you it's still Erev Pesach. You know, Erev Rosh Chodesh. Erev Rosh Chodesh is Yom Kippur Katan. You have to know, so all the Tehillim that you say today is very, very important and very, very powerful. So if you still have opportunity to say Tehillim, please say. But when I say Pesach, I would like to, sometimes Rashi trying to find connection to holiday. For instance, Ben Lot, if you remember the angels came to him as guests, he said he baked matzot. So Rashi said, Pesach haya. So, but Rashi, with all due respect to you, Pesach was not invented yet. We were not even in Egypt yet. So how could you say Pesach? And why Rashi mentioned Pesach? So Rashi, when he said Pesach, he didn't mean the holiday per se. He meant to say that Pesach as a concept. What is Pesach? Every time we see Pesach, is bek matzot. What is bek matzot? Quick. Everything is quick. And when we eat the Korban Pesach, inside the house. So if we follow the themes of Lot and the guest, where exactly, remember when the people of Sodom came and they closed the door. They remain inside the house. That's exactly how we eat Korban Pesach. And then, and they said to Lot, get quick. Go out of the city very quick and don't look back. His wife looked back and she became a salty pillar. But they said that, so say that exactly when we went out of Mitzrayim, we went very, very quick. That's why we have matzah. So the themes that we found out in the story of Lot is the same theme that we have in Pesach. So when he said Pesach Haya, he meant the concept Pesach. But now we will see that sometimes Rashi says Pesach, our forefathers, they did observe the mitzvot even without receiving the Torah. Some of the mitzvot, even celebrating holidays, even the holiday was not invented yet. So you can take it as a legend, but it's not Agadah. It is real story. Today in the parasha, we will see Mamash Pesach in the story of Rivka, Yaakov, Yitzchak, and Esav. Okay, let's start. First of all, you remember the concept of Pesach, En maftirin ahara Pesach Afikoman. You remember this concept? What does that mean? So
after Afikoman we cannot eat.
Nachon, Ruth. You're right. We not after the Afikoman, we make Birkat Hamazon. Nachon, we say Tzafun Barech. Tzafun is the Afikoman hidden. The kids going around to find the Afikoman, and then we're going to make Birkat Hamazon. But after Afikoman, no food. Keep this in mind because I need it for the shiur. One more custom to remind you from the Leila Seder. After the third cup, after Birkat Hamazon, we pour the fourth one. We do not drink it yet, but then we stand up, we take out the cup, and we open the door. And then, do you remember what we said when we opening the door? Shfoch hamatcha el hagoyim. Pour your anger on the goyim. By the way, this is one of the reasons we do not invite goy for Pesach. You're allowed to invite goy for Shabbat dinner, but you're not allowed to invite goy for Pesach because this is really insulting. We say to the goyim, to Hashem, pour your anger on the goyim. So they might misunderstand and might be insulted. So I want you to keep this because we need it for the shiur, for Shfoch Hamatcha El HaGoyim. So let's start with the minhag of the Afikoman. What we're doing with the Afikoman? We know the highlight for the kids is the Afikoman. Why the highlight for the kids is the Afikoman? Because if you find the Afikoman, you get a prize. So why are we doing it? We are doing many, many weird and different things that we don't do during the year. all this in one purpose, that your kids, the children will ask, "Ma nishtana halayla hazeh?" Why, Abba, Ima, why we are doing this tonight? Just to challenge them and motivate them to ask questions. Now, another question, why we have to motivate them to ask questions? You know why? Because we do not want them to sleep. We want them to keep them awake. So when you ask question, you cannot ask and fall asleep. And that's the reason, that's the minhag in Pesach, because usually when you start Leila Seder, it's late. We have to do it after the stars coming out, and it takes time until Shulchan Orech, until you eat. So the kids are very, very tired. So we're trying to challenge them with many weird and things they ask question. One of the weird custom that we have is matzah. Look at Rambam, line 14, אומר, קודם שיאכלו וחוטפים מצה זה מיד זה. You grab matzah from one another. You grab the matzah. And ספר חוק יעקב, רבנו יעקב בן אשר, look at line 22, חוטפים מצה זה מיד זה. He quote the Rambam. You grab the matzah from one hand to the others. Why? כדי שיראו התינוקות וישאלו. The little children will see this very weird and they ask why? מה נשתנה הלילה הזה? ואפשר שמזה נתפשט המנהג שמניחים לתינוקות במדינות לחטוף את האפיקומן. Maybe this is the reason we let the children to grab the afikoman. Why? Not to let them sleep, as we said. So now, the word to grab, it's not sound very positive. What is to grab? Grab, we said we teach our children not to grab. You take, you pick up, you do not grab. Now we'll see another word that we're using. Let's have to Beta Levi, okay? He said, הרבי חיים מבריסק, לא יניח המנהג שהקטנים חוטפים אפיקומן מאביהם. He didn't like the idea, he didn't feel comfortable that the little children grabbing the afikoman from their parents. So what he did, רב חיים מבריסק, והיה מניחו במקום המשומר עד שעת אכילתו. He used to keep and guard and observe the matzah until he ate the afikoman. Why? Because that's why, do you know, when we have the Seder, we have 14 words, Kadesh, Urhatz, Karpas, Yahatz, Magid, Rachza, Motzi, Matzah, Maror, Korech, Tzafun, Barech. You know which word is afikoman? Tzafun.
Tzafun. Yes.
Tzafun. What does tzafun mean?
So, the end.
What?
It comes from so, the end. Oh.
Tzafun is hidden.
Hidden, yes.
Hidden. It's hidden. We're hiding the afikoman. Why? We call it Leil Shimurim because we have to observe. We do not hide the afikoman that the children will find out. It just became a custom. But he said that really we want to keep, like you keep your ring and your diamond in the safe, we keep the afikoman. Remember, when we make a motzi lachem min haaretz, we have, we said kadesh, urhatz, karpas, yahatz.
Yahatz.
What is yahatz?
The
Break.
when
You break. How do you say half in Hebrew?
Hetzi.
Hatzi. Yahatz is the letter of hatzi. You break it, but you break it to two even parts? No. You have one big, one small. The big piece I hide for the afikoman. And the small piece I leave between the two. So now I have a complete matzah. In the middle I have the small matzah. And the bottom I have another complete matzah. Kohen, Levi, Israel. Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov. We have these three matzot. So when we make a motzi and achilat matzah before we eat, I do it on the three matzot. And then we say a motzi lachem min haaretz also. But before birkat hamazon, I have to eat from the afikoman. So that's why I have to observe and keep and hide the afikoman, not to let the children grab, as we do in the custom. So he said, Devadai, look what he says. Devadai en להניח לתינוקות לחטוף את האפיקומן. He said, Rabbi Chaim said, don't let the kids grab the afikoman. Why? You know why we eat Afikoman? You know why we eat Afikoman? Is what? Which korban is this? Is korban Pesach.
Pesach.
That we have korban Pesach and we have korban Hagiga. So you know the betzah, the egg you put on the plates is for Hagiga.
Yes.
And now the Afikoman is for korban Pesach. But korban Pesach, even if you think about something else, is pasul. Of course, if you grab it, it's pasul. It's not good. So he said, how could you let kids grab the Afikoman? You cannot do this. He said, don't do it. ומה שכתב הרמב"ם וחוטפים מצה, so they asked Reb Chaim Brisk, he said, so why Rambam use the terminology חוטפים? חוטפים is grabbing. Why use the word grabbing? מצה מיד זה. So let me now explain to you Rambam. Beautiful Rambam. Now when you eat on Friday night, who make a motzi? ראש המשפחה, the Abba, נכון? Abba or Saba, the head of the family, נכון? Who eats first after a motzi?
The wife.
Who?
No, himself.
He himself. And then second one,
The wife.
the wife. And then what? And then he's going by age. The oldest one and then the next is going by age, נכון? So the little kids, the young kids, not allowed to grab a motzi before their big brothers took it. So it's gone by age. There is a special order on Shabbat. You know what we do in Pesach? Pesach, the little kids are allowed to eat before their old brothers. That's what the Rambam said they are allowed to grab. He didn't mean the Afikoman. He meant when you make a motzi, there is no order of age, like every Friday. So now what the kids will ask their parents? Abba, Ima, מה נשתנה הלילה הזה? Why today we allowed to grab and other Shabbatot we do not allow? Everything, remember, is to motivate the children to ask מה נשתנה. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Now, there is Havot Yair. Havot Yair, he says the Minhag, look line 12, Gonvim et Afikoman. They steal the Afikoman. Wow, this is even worse than grabbing. Umikol makom, look it says, line 12, red and white. Umikol makom, yesh panim limchot, we have to protest, and to nullify this Minhag. He said, this is not good Minhag. Okay, because we have to keep the animal. Why he said this? He says, look, or Hot Hayim said, look, line 24. Minhag badui vehevel. This is nonsense. Why? I'll give you an example. Let's say that your child is not going to Jewish day school. He's going to public school. Okay? In Panama, Baruch Hashem, most of the Jewish children going to Jewish day school. But we have some Jewish going to public school. You know that. Nachon? When we go to public school, what is the reason people put in public school? Because of the tuition. Either they don't have money or they don't care about Jewish education. In America, there are many Jewish people going to public school. Now, could you imagine, and Lela said that Pesach, everybody celebrate. Everybody know the Afikoman story. So let's say somebody, found the Afikoman. Usually the children asking, what prize he want. Let's say he wanted a new bicycle. Okay, the father bought for him a new bicycle, and the child went to the school with a beautiful brand new bicycle. Now his classmates, his friend, what they asking him? Wow, how you get this bicycle? He said, I got it as a reward. Reward for what? What project you did? He said, you know what? I stole the Afikoman. I stole the Afikoman. He said, you see, this is Jewish people. The Jewish people, they went out of Egypt and they stole the property of the Egyptian. And not only they educate their children to steal, they reward their children. So he said, Hilul Hashem. Hilul Hashem. So now, I'm not trying to tell you, you'll see by the end of the shiur, there is a source to this minhag, but not for this. There is something else. So the recommendation is do not use the word stealing and do not use the word grabbing. Okay? You can say to find the Afikoman, limtso the Afikoman. You can find many positive words, but not negative. Okay? Until now, that was introduction about the Afikoman. Now I am going to the story of Yitzchak and Esav. Yitzchak feels that he is this parasha, that he's going to die. Before he's going to die, keep in mind that this man is not going to have family. Yaakov and Esav, even though they are two brothers and they are twins, but it's not a private family because Yitzchak is building up a nation. We talking, remember we learned about Yitzchak? He's Am Israel. So the children of Yitzchak is also Am Israel. So here we're talking about very, very important. So he has to give a bracha. Now, who is the firstborn? The firstborn is Esav. So because Esav is the firstborn, but Esav is not Shomer Mitzvot, so he's trying to give Esav to purify him and make him, deserve to get the brachot. So look what he's telling him, line 34. Va'ata sana chelecha teliecha vekashtecha v'tzeh hasadeh v'tzuda li tzayid. He said, now, please, lift up. We'll see what is lift up. What does that mean? Your tools, your bow, of course, and your arrow, like your weapon. Tzeh hasadeh, go to the field and hunt for me something in the field. What is the meaning? The meaning is go prepare food for me. But what is sana? You know how they used to sharpen knife? How they used to sharpen knife?
With another knife.
Nachon? With another knife. So it says, sa, look at Rashi, line 38. לשון השחזה, כי אותה שאין משחיזין סכין, אבל מסיעה על גבי חברתה. So you take two knife, okay, you take two knife and you do like this. So he said, Sana, why he told him to sharpen the knife?
Make it kosher.
Oh, he said, look what he said, חדד סכינך, sharpen your knife ושחוט יפה, and make kosher שחיטה, שלא תאכילני נבלה, and don't feed me unkosher treif, ולא תאכילני נבלה. So it's, what is Yitzchak is trying to do here? What big question you can ask, you should ask now. How often Esav give food to his father?
It's not the first time.
How often?
Enjoy.
Let me tell you. Every day. Every day Esav respect his father better than Yaakov. That's the only mitzvah. He was great. Kibud Horim. Kibud Abba Ve'ema. So who? But now you should ask, why Dafka now he said, don't feed me. Every day you should tell him, don't feed me nevela. Why now there is something special about tonight that he told him, don't feed me nevela. So we have to know what is tonight, what's going on tonight. What day is it that Yitzchak was very concerned about the treif? And don't forget, so what?
The sacrifice, the Pesach sacrifice.
What?
Yes.
The sacrifice of Pesach, the Korban Pesach.
Now you remember it's Korban Pesach, so what? So why? What about the day before? Yeah, but if it's not Korban Pesach, are you allowed to eat treif?
No.
So there is beside Korban Pesach. I told you during the shiur you remember something from the past, but I try to tell you now what's so unique about tonight. There is something special that Yitzchak is very, very worried. Now, why Yitzchak is trying to make bracha to Esav? You think he thought Esav is a tzaddik?
No.
You know what Esav, what he used to tell, how he pretend he's a tzaddik?
He told him about the paha, how you separate
The salt.
The salt. What is how you set aside salt, ma'asrot, and straw. He pretend like he's a big, but believe me, it's Haknu is Esav. Now I'm asking you now, if you have two children, one is Rasha, one is Tzaddik, who you worry about? Of course you worry about the Rasha. Now Yitzchak has to give a bracha. He said there is one sign, as I told you, he's going to build up a nation. When you build up a nation, I mentioned this many times before. What do you need? You need the people in the yeshiva studying Torah, or you need people, the farmer, in the kibbutz, in the moshav? Who is more important?
Both of them.
Very good, good memory. So keep this in mind. I want this to have in mind. We need both. And Yitzchak need both. Who is Ben Torah?
Yaakov.
Yaakov. Now, who is the kibbutznik, the moshavnik?
Esav.
Esav. But could Yitzchak now give the bracha to Esav? No, he's Rasha. So what he's trying, he said, go to the field. You know what is to the field? Mina hefker. You know what is hefker? Hefker is, let's say, you see this pen? If I said this pen is hefker, everybody can take it. He said, I put the Shemitah, the 7th year, all the fruits in my courtyard is hefker. Everybody can take the fruit. So he said, when you go, do not steal. Usually what Esav is doing, stealing. He said, because everybody is afraid of Esav. Keep in mind that Esav destroyed Nimrod. Nimrod was the strongest one, and now Esav is number one. Everybody was afraid, he was stealing. He said, go to the field. So what Yitzchak is trying to do to Esav? Make shchita, make kosher. What he's trying to do? He's trying to make Esav deserve to get the bracha. He said, Esav, you can be kibbutznik. By the way, Yitzchak himself is kibbutznik or Ben Torah?
Ben Torah? No, both.
Of course everybody studied Torah, but Yitzchak is kibbutznik. Remember what he did in the drought here? Vayetze Yitzchak lasuach basadeh. He was in the field all the time. Vayizra b'shana im mesh'arim. And there was a drought. He did 100 plants. He was in the field. He was agriculturalist. That's Yitzchak. So Yitzchak said to Esav, I am like you, you are like me. We both kibbutznikim. But you could be a religious kibbutznik. Don't be secular. Don't eat treif. And what Yitzchak is trying is to make tikkun to Esav. So now he's trying to tell him, go to the field and don't steal and make nice shchita and don't feed me treif, and then you will get the bracha. And then you will be the kibbutznik. Don't be jealous at Yaakov. Not everybody can study Torah 16 hours a day. Yaakov is Ben Torah, and you are the moshavnik, you are the farmer, you are ish sadeh. And that's, you built up a nation. You have Torah va'avodah. That's the whole idea of the Yiddishkeit, of the Judaism. Torah va'avodah, together, both of them. Is it clear? So let's see what happened. Now Rivka heard Yitzchak say to Esav, and when she heard, you know how she heard? How did she hear this? How did she hear? You know? Huh? I tell you, what did he say? Malka, say it again. Nachon. Is it remind you another woman?
Sarah.
Huh? Who?
Sarah.
Sarah. So you see, not only Sarah was very high level in prophecy, Rivka also. So not she was, I thought when I grew up, I thought she was behind the door and listening, okay, to the conversation of Yitzchak and Esav. But Rashi said, no, she was in the kitchen, she did something else. But Ruach HaKodesh tell her the story about, Yitzchak and Esav. So she knew what she knew that Yitzchak did not know.
That Esav don't deserve the
Nachon. Esav do not deserve, but how she knows?
The angel told her.
Angel? Hashem.
Ruach HaKodesh.
No, Hashem.
Hashem.
No, in this case, not Ruach, it's Hashem. Well, remember when she was pregnant, she had a lot of pain because the twins were running around in the womb. Remember this? It's in the beginning of the parasha.
Yes.
She was under big pain, but telech lidrosh et Hashem. She went to Hashem, said, Hashem, please tell me what's going on. I didn't pray for this pain. I prayed for pregnancy, but not for this pain. But you know what Hashem told her? Oh, I have news for you. You have twins in your wombs. But you know what he says? There is one, the oldest one, and the youngest one. But he said the oldest one will be the slave of the youngest one. The youngest one is going to be in control. So who told her? Hashem told her. But why she didn't tell Yitzchak? He said, if Hashem did not tell Yitzchak, so maybe I shouldn't tell him. If Hashem told only me, that means he wanted only me to know. But Rivka did not go like Sarah, and she sued Abraham to the judge, to Shammai. And she kept it as a secret. But she knew that Yaakov deserved to get the bracha. So who got the bracha of the Torah? Yaakov. Now who will get the bracha of the Sadeh, of the kibbutz? According to Yitzchak, Esav should. But Rivka knows that Yaakov should get the two brachot. The bracha of the Sadeh and the bracha of the Bait, of the Torah. Now he told him, Yitzchak said, look what it says in line 3, Shnei Gdayeh Izim. You know what Shnei Gdayeh Izim? Two goats. Two goats. What do you think? How much Yitzchak can eat? 2 goats. You can eat 1 piece of steak. Let's say you are starving. Let's say 2 pieces of steak. 2 goats? Look at Rashi ask this question. וכי שני גדיי עזים היה מאכלו של יצחק? יצחק ate 2 goats? אלא פסח היה. פסח היה. Not like cloth, symbol of פסח, ממש פסח. האחד הקריב לפסחו, 1 גדי, 1 goat for קורבן פסח, והאחד עשה מטעמים, and 1 for tasty food. But you will see later on, the other one was also for korban. Do you know which korban? What do you have on the Seder plate?
Hagiga.
Yafeh, Ruth, you remember? Hagiga. Korban Hagiga. So it's not to eat, it's for korbanot. Now look what happened this night. I ask you what's so special about this night. Yitzchak line 15. In Pirkei de Rabbi Eliezer, who said, my dear son, my oldest son, הלילה הזה העליונים אומרים שירה. Tonight, this is special night. עליונים, mean the angels, up the שמיים, they singing. What? הלילה הזה אוצרות כללים נפתחים. This one, they're opening the sky and the dews coming down. The dews is a very good bracha. You know, we said מוריד הטל. The כללים נפתחים, the dews coming down. היום הזה ברכת כללים. Today is the bracha of כללים. עשה לי מטעמים, prepare for me good food, עד שאני חי, as long as I'm alive, ואברכך, and I bless you. Wow. So Esav, when he heard this, he wanted the bracha. You know what Esav did not tell Yitzchak? This big liar. They said Yaakov is a liar. But Esav is a big liar. By the halacha, who should have the birthright?
Yaakov.
Why?
Yaakov.
Because Esav sold it.
He sold it and he swore. But he did not say to his father. He said, you know what to say birthright? Bechorah. You know what to say blessing? Bracha. Bechorah and bracha is the same letter. Okay? So now, but he's telling, he's going now to the field. Now Rivka by Ruach HaKodesh, she heard and she said to her son, she said to Yaakov, Bni, my son, הלילה הזה אוצרות כללים, to the treasures of dews coming down. הלילה הזה עליונים, today the angels singing songs. עשה מטעמים, go prepare food to your father. Let him eat, because you know when you make a bracha to your son, when? During the meal. While you eat, then you make the bracha. Today, by the way, the minhag on Friday night, when we make bracha to our children and grandchildren, we do it either after the kiddush or before the kiddush. But really, the best thing is during the meal. during the meal. So he said, let him eat, בעבור יברכך, that he will bless you. והוא, now listen line 22, והוא שהוא בקיא בתורה. That Yaakov was a Talmid Chacham, very scholar in Torah. Tell me now, why the Pirkei de Rabbi Eliezer, why he has to tell us that Yaakov was very smart and he was great in Torah? We know that. But I wanted to keep this in mind because we need it for later on. Why he said that he is Baki Torah? There is a reason. But do you know what value is Yaakov? You know that Abraham is Hesed, nachon? Yitzchak ma?
אמת.
Emet. Oh, Yaakov is Emet.
אמת.
Yaakov is Emet. And what his mother is telling him to do now?
To lie.
To lie.
No,
So you see, all the tests, Abraham is Hesed. What Hashem is telling him? Anti-Hesed. Go and sacrifice your son. So everybody, when Hashem tests somebody, is against his personality. Now, he said, Yaakov got scared to death. He said, Ima, אולי ימושני אבי, what if my father will touch me and hear me and he will find out I'm lying to him? He will curse me.
עליי הקל עליו, she told him.
What did you say?
עליי הקל עליו.
So listen to the exact word. Look line 24. She said to him, his mother said to Yaakov, Im bracha, if your father is going to work out and he give you bracha, alecha va'al zarecha. It's going to be upon you and your offspring. V'im klala, if has v'shalom will give you klala, curse, alai v'al nafshi. It's going to be upon me. Shene'emar, she says, alai killatcha bni, upon me. Now tell me now, Yaakov is happy now? Is it a good answer? Is it? Yaakov said to his mother, Ima, how you make the situation better? You think I want him to curse you? You mean, you think because I'm such? He said, Allah, upon me the curse will be upon me. What do you mean upon me a curse will be upon me? How you make it? Do you remember when Reuven, he wanted to take Binyamin from Yaakov? What did he say to Yaakov? What guarantee he gave him?
His children.
You kill my 2 children, nachon? You remember what Yaakov answered to him?
No.
Stupid firstborn. You are firstborn, but you're stupid. Your children, not my children. Can I kill your children? Now, the same thing Yaakov said, how by saying the curse will be upon me, this is making the situation better for Yaakov? What, Yaakov doesn't care about his mother? It doesn't make sense. But now, she's trying to tell him, by the way, you know what the uncle says, Alay kilat chabni? Alay it'amar bin vo'a. What I'm talking to you not as a mother, as a prophet.
Wow.
And I'm telling you as a prophet, you should go and bring the 2 goats. So Yaakov saw his mother is so confident, and she doesn't have time to give him even explanation. Halach v'ivit shnei gdayei izim. And he brought 2 goats. V'chi shnei gdayei izim, he said, like he said, one for Kurban Pesach, one asa matamim. Ve'evi le'aviv. Now he's coming to his father. Could you imagine Yaakov now? He is shivering. He's scared to death. And he said to his father, Kum na shva v'ochla. He said, please get up, Abba, and sit down and eat. V'amar Yitzchak, I'm giving you the short story. Hakol kol Yaakov. The voice is the voice of Yaakov. It's with the word, the language you're using is words of Torah. He said the name of Hashem. He said, please. Esav doesn't talk like this. He said, Kol Yaakov. Vayadayim yada Esav. But the hands are the hands of Esav, that he likes to blood. He likes to kill other people. So after I said what he said, what we say, I gave you the short. I want to tell you what bracha was it? You know what bracha? Every year when I teach this, I remember, I don't know if Rene's still there, but Yossi's father, do you remember Yossi's father?
Yes, I am here.
Yeah, do you remember what bracha Yaakov, what bracha? He gave us every day.
All the time.
וייתן לך אלוהים. So what bracha? What's so unique about this bracha? First of all, I want you to know that this bracha, you know how many words we have? 26 words. You know what is 26? It's the name of God.
Yes.
And what is the first letter? Ve'iten lecha, Vav. Vav. And the last letter is Kaf. How much is Kaf Vav? 26. The first letter and the last letter and the number of the letter is a very, very powerful bracha. Now, when he said, why, how many? Is it one bracha, two brachot, how many? Now he is telling to tell us, look, Rabbi Yehuda Omer is 10 brachot. In this bracha, v'yitel lecha Elohim mital hashamayim, you have 10 brachot. Why? Do you remember when Hashem created the world? How did he create the world?
מאמרות.
How many ma'amarot?
10.
10 ma'amarot, 10 ma'amarot. And now ma'amar is a bracha or klala?
ברכה.
Bracha. If Hashem said Yehi Or, it's a bracha. So, but the Dora Mabul, then the Dora Palaga and all the Reshaim make the ma'amarot dirty. But really, the bracha, after the Dora Mabul and the Dora Palaga and Sdom and Amorah, so somebody has to clean it. Who clean up the klipot from the ma'amarot? Yaakov. When Yaakov got this power to remove the klipot, when his father gave him the bracha, he gave him 10 brachot to remove the klalot from all the klipot, from all the dirt that the people did before. You understand? So this bracha, I said, has the power to remove the klipot. Tell me, after Yaakov removed the klipot, everything was pure in the world again, like in the creation of the world. I'm asking you, it remains pure, or it changed to be again filthy with klipot?
Again with clipot.
But people did good. Who was the Rasha that really said he is God?
Frog.
Who said that he is God?
Pharaoh.
Paro make it dirt, say now. Who is that instead of Yaakov? Who is the one that has to take care of Paro?
משה רבנו.
Moshe Rabbeinu. Now tell me, what he gave to Paro? How many, what he said? 10 plagues. I said 10 plagues. 10 makot.
Ramakot.
What is 10 makot? To clean up the 10 klipot that Paro did. But right now we see, the Yaakov, he got really. But I tell you now, I'm asking you a question for general information. Yaakov, we know he was very genius. He was very gifted. He was very, very smart. But physically, was he strong
Oh.
or weak? I don't know.
He fought with the angel.
What?
He
He fought
fought
with
with
it.
the angel.
It was physically fight? Or it was spiritual fight?
No, spiritual.
So it's not physically. Do you have any story that he was physically strong?
Yes, in the well.
Yes?
He took the rock out.
Now you remember. How the people used to remove the rock from the well? They were waiting for 30, 40 shepherds to come remove. And Yaakov removed it with one hand like he's, taking the bottle. So he was strong physically. How he got this strength? Listen to this. וכשיצא יעקב מאת פני יצחק אביו, when he left after the bracha, מעוטר, he was decorated like Hatan and Kala. He was so beautiful, so handsome, decorated like Hatan and Kala. וירד עליו, and he felt like, when you're under the rain, what do you feel on your head? The rain, נכון? But you know what coming out from the sky?
ברכה.
The dew. The dew. How do you say dew in Hebrew?
Tal.
Tal. Very good. Say tal. We say Morida tal. Do you know, by the way, do you know which holiday we start to say Morida tal?
El Pesach.
Pesach. Now you understand. And Pesach, he said, Morid Tal. Because he said, he said, he got the Tal. Like he said, V'nidashnu atzmotav. All his bones got, inside the dews. So the dews went inside, penetrated into the system, physically, to Yaakov. So you know what happened to each bone? Was strong like a stone. He was very, very strong. Do you remember in Pesach, in Slichot, how we call Yaakov? What's his title? Abir Yaakov.
Abir Yaakov.
What is Abir? Strong.
Like,
Hazak. Strong. Abir Yaakov. Misham Ro'eh ben Israel. And all this, my dear friend, is from the dews, from the tal. That Hashem is called because of the bracha that Yitzchak gave to Yaakov. And really because of Rivka. That she made everything happen. That Yaakov will get the bracha. So remember, keep in mind, 10 brachot were the 10 ma'amarot to clear up the words, and then, now he became very strong physically as well. Now, which date? Look what it says. Yonatan ben Uziel gave us the date. Look at line 5, red and yellow. Vekrayot Esav bre Rabba, he called Esav, his big son, Ba'arbesar ben Nisan. Do you know what is Arbesar? It's Aramaic. Arbesar is 14. What is 14 of Nisan, my dear friends?
Pesach.
What you do in Erev Pesach?
Korban Pesach.
Korban Pesach. So here you see Yonatan ben Uziel said everything was mamash 14 of Nisan. That was 14 of Nisan. And that's why, he told him to give. Now, so what he want him is to give him food to make Korban Pesach. So Esav must be kosher. He must be pure to do it. That's why he's trying to give him instruction, to do everything according to the halachot. Now, do you remember why we need mashgiach when you have shechita? Why we need mashgiachim?
To check the knife.
Okay, one knife also. What else? What usually the mashgiach checking? Do you know what they're checking?
That the Korban is
The organ.
pure,
Pure.
perfect. It's perfect.
The moon, no
Yes.
moon.
If there is over there in the lungs or something, there is a hole. You know what is it? It's treif. Treif, you have to sell it to a goy. So look what he says. Now, when he gave in Parashat Shmini is the parasha we're talking about kosher food, kosher animals. Line 33, Zot ha'chaya asher tochelu. But before I continue, let's say I'm testing your memory. Okay, more you testing your memory, better for us not to be old. You know what I'm saying? Old, because when we're getting older, we have the Alzheimer. We start to forget. So when you study Torah, is keep your memory very good. I'm not joking. Study more and more. It's keep your memory. Not all of us. Not he said, all of us. So now I would like to see if you remember. Do you remember Mahatzit shekel?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember why it was complicated to Moshe? Moshe did not understand what is Mahatzit shekel. You remember what Hashem took from where he took the coin?
Under his throne.
Under his throne. And what he said, coin of what?
Fire.
Fire, Yofi, Martha. Matbea shel esh. Now, okay, do you remember I say, you know what is skull? S-K-U-L-L?
Yes, calavera.
Say skull, okay?
The bones.
In Hebrew it's called gulgolet. Okay, the skull is gulgolet. So he said, Kemin gulgolet shel esh, like the coin of fire. Her'a lo HaKadosh Baruch Hu leMoshe. He showed him the coin of fire. Now he showed him the gulgolet, the skull of fire. Mitachat kisei hakavod, under the throne of God, just like the coin. Va'amar lo, im nikav krum shel moach, if you see a hole over there, taref. It's not kosher. Okay? So now the line 36, he says, of course it's not kosher. What, you have to show me skull of fire to tell me it's not kosher? Who would think if you see a hole, every student for kashrut, every little boy, no, it's not kosher. So what is the big deal that Hashem has to show him skull of fire, and to tell him this is treif? Why? You understand the question? It's obvious it's not kosher. But here from the story, you can see it's something very unique. He might be wrong. Now we will explain. Who was the enemy of Adam and Hava?
Nahash.
Nahash. Do you know what the Nahash is inside him?
Evil, maybe?
Huh?
יצר הרע.
He has a nachon, but he has a dirt, filthy. It's called scum. Scum. Yeah, in though. It's called scum. I said, there is, I put for me here, do you remember what is scum?
Basura.
But yeah, basura is one word, one translation, and there is another translation for this. Do you remember what there is another word for basura?
Desechos.
Ma?
Desechos.
Ah, no.
Más que desecho es la basura de...
I think the word in Spanish I'm trying to remember is vamonen or vamonen. Vamonen or vamen.
¿Venan?
Okay, I'll remember the word, but it's dirt. It's dirt inside. The moment.
Veneno. Veneno.
Yes.
Sí, veneno.
Yes. But he said, you can say basora, whatever it is. So when the Nahash had, he touched the Hava, everything he touched, he gave her the fruit. It was straight because he put the scum, he put the filth, the dirt, the basora, he put inside. And that's why we said, you remember, said, if we go to a Mount of Sinai and we did not receive the Torah, dayenu. Hey, I came to receive the Torah. If I come to Mount Sinai and don't receive the Torah, I say it's enough. You know why it's enough? Because the moment we touch the mountain, the scum of the snake, the dirt of the snake was out of our system. That's why I said dayenu. So everything is the dirt. So there is one thing or two things the dirt of the snake cannot be in. You know what is the antithesis of the snake? You know what the antithesis of this dirt, of the snake? How do you call to when the snake sting, give the sting, and then he puts something poison inside the human being? זה זוהמה, but when he said the eres, you know what is eres? Eres is the poison, is the sting that he give to human being. When he put the sting, he put not the basora, not the zohama, eres. That's what killing the human being, the people. This poison. How you call to this poison in Spanish?
Veneno.
Say it again.
Veneno.
That's what I said before. Veneno. That's it. Because in English it's venom.
Okay.
Yeah, but in Spanish veneno. He said, and he said, you put the eres. So, but there are two things that the veneno, the eres, the zohama, the dirt, and the filth cannot touch. You know what the antithesis of the venom, the zohama, the basero, is fire. Fire and snake do not get along. So look what happened. Line 37. כי מעת שפגם אדם הראשון בעץ הדעת, נתערב טוב ורע, וכל מאכל תמצא חלק מהרע. So every food we eat, there is something bad inside. Every food, no matter how much you watch yourself, there is something, from the dirt of the snake. כן? ולזה נצטבו בכמה דברים. That's why we have few things we're allowed to eat, few things we're not allowed to eat. But look what happened, Rabbi Yonatan Eifshitz, what he says. אדם הראשון היה מסב בגן עדן. Now, אדם הראשון is in גן עדן. You know who served him? Which restaurant did he go to eat? Huh?
The angels.
The angels. You know what they gave him to eat?
Everything.
No.
No meat.
What?
No meat, only vegetables and fruits.
No vegetable.
And wine.
They gave him barbecue. Why barbecue? Because everything on fire, there is no treif, there is no poison. They said everything is on fire. Umsanenim lo yain. So wine that mevushal, that it's cooked, and fire, the snake cannot go in. Hitzitzbo nahash, when the snake saw it, he was very jealous. Ki teva ha'esh, the nature of the fire is to remove the venom, the eres from the snake. Because he cannot bite you, he cannot sting you, the nahash, if he sees fire. ולכן אם תרצה לומר, הביאו בשר צלי, אין בו משום גולי זהמה. So the best thing is to do, is to make barbecue, to make things on fire. So this, even the little bit that I have, if I cooked in the stove, in the oven, in the house, it's kosher. But maybe 2% of it is not kosher. Okay? But, if you do on the fire, there is no scum, there is no venom. Because the nature, human being, the nature of the world snake cannot take fire and wine. Because the snake his life is on the sand, on the dust. And the fire always going up. Because snake is down and fire is up. Or something about wine. משום גילוי, ולכן יזהרו מלאכי השרת. That's why when the angels gave food to Adam, what they gave him to eat? They gave him to eat wine and fire and barbecue. And when you do barbecue, the nahash cannot make it treif. Now you tell me now, my dear friend, so why Hashem said even if you have a hole it's treif? What I might think? Can I have in my mind that I can eat pig?
No.
Yes. I might have mistake. You know what should I do? Barbecue. I do barbecue because what the fire doing? Take all the treif out. So I might think. He said, that I might think that everything on fire will make, he said, and now he said, Tzili Esh. So why Hashem said it's treif? Even if you put it on fire, it's treif. I don't want you to think that everything on fire is kosher. Zalon nachon, it's wrong. You cannot eat camel and put it on, but make it barbecue. You cannot take dog and make it barbecue. Has v'shalom. But you can take a kosher animal and make barbecue. Why we are talking so much about barbecue? What day is it?
Pesach.
Not Pesach. Erev Pesach.
Erev.
Erev Pesach. What do we eat on Erev Pesach?
Korban Pesach.
How you do Korban Pesach?
Barbecue.
Barbecue, roast. Barbecue. Because on Erev Pesach, and Maharad Miprag, he's upset. He said about Rambam, he said, you cannot try to find any logic, because our Rambam tried to find logic behind the not kosher animal, not kosher food. Because it's healthy, not healthy. Say Maharad Miprag, it's not good. Because it's from God, and our mind, our sechel cannot reach even what Hashem knows. Hashem said, don't eat, it's a chok, it's not a mitzvah. Kashrut is a chok. And Maral Miprag said there is no logic behind the kosher and not kosher. Okay? That's why he said to him, even there is a hole, it's treif. And now he said, because in your mind you might think you can make it kosher. How you make it kosher? Barbecue. Look what line 30. Don't think even for 1 minute that every treif you can put on fire and you remove the poison and it's kosher. Absolutely not. Because there is no reason to hok. Every hok, when I say hok? Hok is a mitzvah that doesn't make any sense. No logic behind it. And that's what's unique about the Jewish people. Now, can you help me tell me why he said to Esav, don't feed me treif? Why only tonight he said, make it kosher?
Because the barbecue won't make it kosher.
We not make what kosher? What Esav might think? What Esav might think?
The nevela, he can make it kosher with the fire.
To bring what?
Taref.
No, not
Taref. So he said, you know, we can bring taref and make it on fire because barbecue, make it kosher, it's Pesach, it's Korban Pesach. So he said, don't feed me nevela. Only tonight he warned him. Of course, every day he warned him not to do. But tonight, I know what you have in mind, Esav. I know you very well. You are shtick and trick all the time. You might think that if you bring me a camel or a dog and make it barbecue, it's kosher. He said, don't feed me nevela. That's why Yitzchak was very worried. Because it was Erev Pesach. That's why you see, Levalia Achileu Nevela. Okay, so now look what he said. ותיתן את המטעמים, and she brought the, you know, the food, רבקה to יעקב, ואת הלחם, לחם bread, הכוונה מצה, אשר עשת ביד יעקב בנה, she gave to יעקב, ויבוא אל אבי ויאמר אבי, ויאמר הנני, מי אתה בני? הוא אומר אבי, ויאמר הנני, מי אתה בני? Who are you, my son? We know that he's his son. The fact he said, who are you? What is that show?
Not sure.
He's not sure.
not sure.
Oh, could you imagine how Yaakov feels this moment? Scared to death. He said, מי אתה בני? ויאמר יעקב אל עשיו, אנוכי עשיו בכורך. I am עשיו, your firstborn. Wow, what a lie. יעקב אמת. Clear lie. עשיתי כאשר דיברת אליי, קום נא שבה ואכלה מצדי בעבור תברכני נפשך. He said, you know, I did as what you told me to do. Please get up and eat and give me the bracha that you promised to me. ויאמר יצחק אל בנו, יצחק said to his son, מה זה מיהרת למצוא בני? Why, how you did it so quick, my son? ויאמר, look what a statement. That was a big mistake of Yaakov. You tell me it was mistake. ויאמר כי יקרא השם אלוהיך לפניי. Hashem helped me to do it quick. What mistake he did?
Mention Hashem. His brother would not mention him.
He said Hashem? Esav never said Hashem. So that's even more suspicious. ויקרא Hashem, that's הקול קול יעקב. He said he mentioned Hashem. ויאמר יצחק אל יעקב, you know what? I want to test you. Kshana approached me. ואמושך, and I will touch you. בני. האתה זה בני עשיו, אם לא. He said, clear, I suspect you're not Yaakov, you're not Esav. Now, could you imagine Yaakov now, this moment, how he felt? That his father said exactly what Yaakov said to his mother, maybe my father will touch me and discover I'm Yaakov and he will curse me. Exactly the same suspicions that he had. Wow. You don't want to be in the shoes of Yaakov now. So he had no choice. ויגש יעקב אל יצחק אביו, וימושהו. He approached his father and he touched him. Yitzchak doesn't understand what's going on. He said, ויאמר הכל כל יעקב, הידיים ידי עשיו. Because remember, the clothes was the clothes of Yaakov, עשיו. So he said it was hairy. And the voice is the voice of Yaakov. ולא הכירו. He could not recognize him for sure. כי היו ידיו, because the hands is like the hands of עשיו, hairy. So what do you think Yitzchak should do now? Bless or not to bless?
Blessing.
Yeah, you said the fact. But you know, by logic, he said, no, I have to test you a few more questions to see if you are Esav. No. Vayvarcheu. And he blessed him. Now you ask, why you bless if you're not sure? It's 50-50. Hakol kol Yaakov, you know why he blessed him? You know, did he ever... Now Martha, now you evaporate your memory. You know, he said, now, he said, because the goat, he smelled stinky. When he smelled him, he smelled something Gan Eden. He said, it's impossible. If he has Gan Eden, he deserved to get a bracha. So he blessed him. Vayomer ata ze bni Esav, Vayomer ani. And he said, now he didn't say Anochi Esav like before. I am Esav. He said, Ani, I am. ויאמר, הגישה לי ואוכלה מצאת בני למען תברכי. Okay, give me the food. עכשיו תראו, ויגש לו, what is ויגש לו? He poured him 2 cups of wine. How many cups we drink?
4.
4. How many before the meal?
2.
2.
2. 2 before the meal, and then we have Shulchan Aruch, and then another 2. Nachon? So look here, Vayagesh lo, but the father, by the way, it's good for the son on one of the household to pour for the father. Why? Why the father should not pour to himself? Like a king. It's freedom. To show that he's a king. So Yaakov poured the wine to his father. It's Leila Seder. Vayagesh lo. 2 times. Vayagesh lo. Now Vayochal. What is Vayochal? Shulchan Aruch. And he ate. And after that, Vayavelo. Again, he brought to him. What he brought to him? Yain. Vayesht. Why he has to bring another wine? For the other 2 cups. So he said, Vayagesh lo 2 cups. Vayochal Shulchan Aruch. Vayavelo yain vayesh is another 2 cups of wine. And Yaakov poured the wine to his father. Vayomer elav Yitzchak aviv.
Rabbi,
What?
how do you know there are 2 cups? It doesn't say 2.
No, it says Vayagesh lo. Okay, like 2 or Vayagesh lo. So it says Vayagesh lo, it symbolizes like two action. When he said 2 and 2 and eat and then 2. Vayavelo. So Vayesh. Vayomer elav Yitzchak aviv. Wow, he felt so good. Kshana ushka libni. Come close to me, give me a kiss. He said, Yaakov now scared again even more. Why not to kiss you? Vayigash vayishak lo. It was good kiss. Why? Vayareach et reach begadav. He smelled. Vayivarcheu. After he smelled Gan Eden, Vayomer re'eh reach bni kereach sadeh. Asher Brachot Adonai, the bracha is from Hashem. Is, that's what he said to him. Now you ask Martha the question that, you'll see the answer here. Look here. שני גדיי עזים פירש רש"י, פסח היה. לפסח, one קורבן פסח, one חגיגה. כמו שכתב בעל הטורים, אז בעל הטורים, רות, ותיתן את המטעמים, ותיתן ואת הלחם. והי לחם, this לחם, this bread is מצה. וכתיב, הגישה לי ואוכלה מצד בני, give me and I will eat, ויגש לו. Okay, ויגש לו, and then ויאכל, and then ויבא לו יין וישת. והיינו, and this is הכוסות האחרונים, this is the last 2 cups. So we see here 4 cups, שולחן עורך, that you eat. The 4 כוסות, and the halacha is, line 31, לא ימזוג לעצמו, a man should not pour to himself. Let your son do it for you, and the brother will do for the brother, and this way you can feel like a king. And now he got the bracha, ויתן לך אלוהים מטל השמיים ומשמני הארץ ורוב דגן. 26 words, and that's the bracha. עכשיו, now coming the main thing. ידוע שאותו היום, this day, פסח, לכן ציוותה לו רבקה לקחת 2 גדיים, one for קורבן פסח, one חגיגה. That's why he got the bracha of the tal, and we make ברכת הטל on פסח. That's why. ויהי כאשר קילה יצחק, the moment that he finished to give the bracha to Yaakov, ויהי אך יצא יעקב, the moment that Yaakov left, מאת פני יצחק אביו, from the father, from the face of the father, עשיו אחיו בא מצדו. עשיו came with his food. Wow. Now he said, when he saw that he found out that Yaakov tricked him, ויחרד יצחק חרדה גדולה, יצחק was trembling, big trembling, ויאמר מי איפה, הוא הצד ויבוא לי ואוכל מכל, and I ate from him, ואברכהו, and I blessed him. Now it's mistake or not mistake? Mistake. So what you should do? Change the bracha. He said, you know what, all my bracha is a curse. Gam baruch yeh. He said, no, the bracha is valid. He didn't change his mind. Kishma, now tell me, my dear friend, why Yitzchak was trembling? Why he was scared to death? You know why? You know what
he knew his brother is going to kill him or something. I don't know.
I don't know. I tell you why. You know what he saw underneath Esav?
That he was not a tzaddik. He wanted to convert him to a tzaddik.
So what did he see underneath Esav?
He was a rasha.
Give me another word. What is smell from Yaakov?
The Gan Eden.
What is the opposite of Gan Eden?
Gehinom.
Gehinom. He saw Gehinom underneath. So now when he saw Gehinom, Esav made a tikkun, he made tshuva. No, he brought taref. He made shchita not kosher. He knew, no, there is no chance that Esav will make tikkun. Esav doesn't. What Rivka knew, Yitzchak did know only now. Now Yitzchak realized, he said, wait a minute, 5 minutes ago I had in this room Gan Eden, now I have Gehinom. That means Esav, he doesn't deserve to get the bracha. He didn't listen to his father. So he said, and that's why he said, bracha, that's the bracha. And now he said, Ba'achicha, he said, Ba'achicha bemirma. You know what is mirma in Hebrew?
במהרה.
Lo mehera, mirma. How do you say liar in Hebrew? Liar. Liar is ramai.
שקרן.
Shakran or ramai. Mirma is cheating. But that's Hebrew. But Unklus and Yonatan ben Uzel and Rashi, how they translate the word mirma? Bechochmeta, with wisdom. Yeah, Rashi, with all due respect to you, Unklus, why you take a word, it said cheating, and the text said cheating, and you change the word, to say wisdom. Because he's Yaakov, but he cheated. He lied. Why? But Rashi is Pashtan. Rashi and Unklus. And in Otan ben Uzel, look, line 26, 29, and 32. Bechochmeta, bechochmeta, bechochma. All three of them said, then what, mirma is with wisdom. What was the wisdom? Do you remember I said in the beginning of the shiur that Yaakov was Baki Batorah, he was Talmid Hacham? I tell you why he is telling us. Now tell me, what Esav said to his father after he discovered that Yaakov got the bracha? You know what did he say to his father?
That he sold his the primogenitura. He had sold it.
So, but no Esav. So what he asked from his father?
De Berajá. Do you
Bracha.
have Berajá for me?
Yeah, but now, so what is the big deal? He said, Abba, a bracha achat? Ma, you have only one bracha? Give me a bracha. Yitzchak can, when you give a bracha, do you remember what I told you? When you give the bracha, during what?
The meal.
During the meal. So he said to him, I know you are not hungry. Take something from me. Eat something. Mezonot. Don't make a motzi. Make something mezonot and give me a bracha. He said, no, your father is Baki Batorah. You know what your father did to me? What he did to Yitzchak that he cannot bless Yaasab.
ברכת המזון.
Afikoman. No, he gave him the Afikoman, Baki Batorah. You say, he gave him the Afikoman. When he gave him the Afikoman, he cannot eat. I cannot eat. So you see why he said Bechokhmah, he was wise, he was Talmid Chacham, he knows the halacha. And Yaakov this time, the bracha belonged to him. He doesn't want any bracha to come to Esav. That's why he gave him the Afikoman.
Who saw the Gehinom in Esav? Yitzchak or Yaakov?
What? Who what?
Who saw the Gehinom?
Yitzchak saw the Gehinom under Esav. When Yaakov was, he smelled Gan Eden. When Esav came, he smelled Gehinom. So look, Yitzchak achal kvar min Afikoman, he cannot eat. That's why he said. Now, what you do after the third cup? You know what you do after the third cup? Remember it. You open the door. Nachon? Who opened the door? Yitzchak or Yaakov? Yaakov opened the door. So where Yaakov was hiding?
Behind the door.
Behind the door. So he didn't leave. Why? Listen for 1 minute. When then Yitzchak take the fourth cup, he doesn't make bracha. You just said, Shfoch hamatcha ala goyim. Pour your anger on the goyim. The moment he says, Shfoch hamatcha, Yaakov opened the door and who came in? Esav. So what he gave to Esav? The curse. He said on Esav, Shfoch hamatcha ala goyim. The goy came in. It's the same moment. Some moment. So he said, now, by the way, do you remember the word cheating that I told you? The word cheating, how he said in the dome? How he said liar? The word liar is ramai. Cheating is mirma. Mirma. That's the pasuk said be mirma. Do you know what is gematria of mirma? I'll tell you. Don't think because take time. It's 278. You know what is 278? Afikoman.
Wow.
Afikoman. Look line 28. Bemirma is 287. And line 29, Afikoman is 287. So when he said the word bemirma, when he thought it's cheating, he said bechokhma. He gave him Afikoman. That's the chokhmah of Yaakov, that he gave him the Afikoman. So he said, Ba'achicha bemirma. Look, there's Basfarim HaKdoshim. It's not only one book. It's Ateret Yeshoah, many books. It says, Ba'achicha bemirma. Your father came with mirma. Ole Afikoman. He gave me Afikoman. ועל כן המנהג אשר הבנים. Now this is the minhag. Why the minhag, the banim gonvim, they stealing the afikoman? כן? And you know what they said? They said gonvim because like Yaakov, like he stole the bracha. So he said because of the bracha that he stole the bracha, you know, they stealing the afikoman. So all the introduction we gave you was nothing to do with here. He said Afikoman is because of the story of Yaakov that he stole the bracha from Esav. Not really, but he said he stole. Now, when the children usually on Pesach, what you buying for your children or grandchildren? You don't know? I don't know about your custom. But when you grew up, every Pesach, our parents bought for us clothes, new clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Every Pesach. You know, especially the mother. She put everything, she went to the shopping and, give them. So he said, V'avur zeh osim lo malbush. Do you remember what is Kadesh Ruhatz, Karpas? Yahatz. Remember what is Yahatz? Hatzi. Nachon? Now, do you remember what she put on Yaakov, on his neck? On his neck? The clothes of Esav. Look, he says, Yadav Helkat Savarav. She put, the column, here, the column on his neck, and it's the Helkat Savarav. Now look, it said, Yadav Helkat Savarav. What is the first letter of Yadav? Yud. What is the first letter of Helkat? Het. What is the first letter of Savarav? Tzadik. What is Yud Het Tzadik? Yahatz. He said, Yahatz. He said, the word Yahatz is Ramuz. Okay? So Soda Afikoman, that's the secret of the Afikoman. But he said, Chokmat Haim, let's include the Targem. Look here, I put it here with color. Vet Orot Gdaya Izim, when she took the skin, the leather of the goats, Hilbisha, she wears her son, Al Yadav, she put on his hand, the sleeves, Ve'al Helkat Savarav, and she put it on the neck, on his neck. So look, Yadav, Helkat Savarav, Yahatz. My dear friend, it's not coincidence. So Yaakov Natan Yitzchak Afikoman, that's why he said, Ba'achicha bemirma, your father came with, scholar, with a lot of knowledge in Torah, and that's why he got the bracha of the Tal. So I would like to go to and that's the 10 brachot. I'm going to skip this. You see, you know what song I have here? Had Gadia. Nachon? We end up the Leila Seder, Had Gadia. What is Had Gadia?
Un cabrito.
What is in English?
Goat. Small goat.
How many goats?
One.
No? Had Gadia.
2 goats.
2 goats. One Hagiga, one Korban Pesach. And tell me, what is the idea of the song Had Gadia?
We take out the Yetzer Hara.
Yeah, we take out the Yetzer Hara, but he said, בשעה כנן שברכו, so he said, Had Gadia, look at the Ba'ata Shundra, the stick came, and then the dog came, and then the Hutra, and then the fire burned the stick. And then the water blew up the fire. And then the cow, the ox, drank the water. And then the shohet came and slaughtered the cow. And then who killed the shohet?
The angel of death.
And what is the end of the song?
הקדוש ברוך הוא, כן.
הקדוש ברוך הוא, the whole idea. ואתה הקדוש ברוך הוא חוזר לראש. To remember אין עוד מלבדו. You going round and round and round, you can cheat, you can do this, you can do still, but eventually Hashem control even Malach HaMavet. Malach HaMavet Yetzer Hara. And that's the idea. Now, I would like to ask you before, that we conclude the shiur. So if Yitzchak cannot give a bracha to Esav, so who got the bracha of the Sadeh to be kibbutznik?
Yaakov.
Yaakov. So who is Yaakov now?
Esav and Yaakov, both.
Do you remember? Now Yaakov is not only Yaakov. Do you remember by the end of the parasha, this parasha Toldot, what he said to Yaakov? Kum lech padena aram. Vekach lecha isha. You have to find a shidduch. Nachon? Where to go? Where is when you can find Rachel and Leah. He said, Kum lech padena aram. You know what is padan in Hebrew? Sadeh. Field. From now on, you know what you are, Yaakov? Are you kibbutznik or ben Torah?
Both.
You are both. And that's why, how many wives you're going to have?
Two.
Two. Why two? Because one is a sadeh, one and next week, and now remember it said, next week we'll see. So now, from now, Yaakov is really playing two roles. Remember this here, we finished, said Yaakov playing two roles, not because he wanted it, because Esau was not deserved to get it. But you see the whole inyan of Pesach in Parashat Toldot. Baruch Hashem le'olam amen ve'amen. B'zchut zeh, I would like to pray to Hashem, that like Hashem killed the Malach HaMavet, and Hashem take the hot, that he will consume the Hamasnikim in Gaza and the Hezbollah in the north. He said, I can see, day by day. I'm not a prophet, and I'm not trying to be a prophet. But from the fact I see, probably we not have a choice to fight two fronts. But probably the end will be that we have to fight against, Hezbollah as well. And Be'ezrat Hashem, with Be'ezrat Hashem, we'll defeat both of them. And then Eretz Yisrael will be completely different. And then the Mashiach will come, and remember to pray for the 243, Shvuyim, the captivity, the people, to bring them back home. Continue to say Tehillim, and continue to study Torah, that Hashem will help us. Say, I wish you now Chodesh Tov, have a good month. And tomorrow in Musaf, remember, Chodesh Hazeh, Sof HaKetz Lechol Tzarotenu. This month is going to be the end of all our troubles. Tehillah Barosh Lefidyon Nafshenu is going to be the beginning of redemption. And tomorrow, Be'ezrat Hashem, that's going to be begin redemption, double meaning. To redeem the prisoners, the captivity, the people in Gaza, and, captivity, the redemption of the Mashiach. And believe, we have just to believe it, and Hashem will send them, the redemption. Be'ezrat Hashem.
Amen, amen.
Hazak u'baruch Rav.
Now you can go eat, and you can eat Afikoman.
Thank you, Rav Saidi. Bye, everybody.